Today I'm going to show you how to do a workaround to get alpha mask layers in Meld Studio. First, you're going to want to make a separate scene, and I went ahead and titled it Mask Scene, and this is where I'm going to make a mask. I went ahead and I downloaded this hexagon that has rounded corners, and this is going to be my mask that I'm going to use. You can also go in and use the rectangle tool, and you can shape it how you want and make your own masks. Again, I'm going to use this hexagon because I think this is a neat shape. You just need to make sure that your item that you use for your mask is a transparent item. So this has no background on it whatsoever. It is just this shape. And what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and I'm going to add a fill effect. And I'm going to change the color to black. Next, I'm going to add invert colors. And I'm going to go in there and change the channel to alpha. And this is how you set up your masking tool. I am also going to go ahead and add in my PNGTuber video device. Instead of a camera, I am using a PNGTuber at the moment. I am going to resize her a bit, and then you want to make sure that your mask is on top of the layer you want to see inside of it. So now that it's inside, as you can see, I can go ahead and change the size of it, move it around, and it is only going to show inside of the mask. So that is the first step in trying to get it exactly where I want it to be. I think that's looking perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead and go to my streaming scene. And now that we're here, I'm going to use the duplicator layer, and I'm going to add the mask scene in. And as you see, it adds in the mask scene, but there's also a black background here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure you have the mask scene selected, go over to effects, and we're going to add a chroma key. When you add the chroma key, we are going to drop the threshold for everything down to 0 here. And we're going to change the color to black. And voila. That is your masked layer. You can take it, you can resize it, put it where you want it. I'm going to make it about this size here. And then you can mess around with it as well. You have it chroma keyed out. So if you add any effects, it is only going to add it to the mask. And so I'm going to go ahead and add a drop shadow because I just love when things have like a little bit of that dimension to it. Makes it seem like it's not all just a flat surface. And then I think I'm going to add a glow style as well. I'm going to put that on top of the drop shadow because depending on what effects you have, they do affect each other depending on where they are in your list. So keep that in mind as well. If something starts to look weird, try moving your effects around. I'm going to make a center glow, and I'm going to make this fit in by having it yellow, this weird yellow tannish color. It's actually really pretty. And then I'll just change the size of it just so it really blends in, and then I'm gonna make it a little less of a choke so that way it's more it's a little smoother. And there you have it. You have yourself a mask, and all you had to do was make a mask scene and duplicate it into your streaming scene. And you can do this with every scene that you want to have this mask into. I would also suggest renaming. That way, if you happen to use the move transition or any of the transitions inside of Meld, it will transition seamlessly from one scene to another. without any issues. You need to make sure that all of your scenes, all of your layers need to be labeled the same in order to transition properly. And that's it. There you go. You have a mask and you can use it on any of your scenes.